In this video, we're covering distance time graphs. So a distance time graph represents an object or a person's journey from a designated spot, from a starting position. So below you can see an example of a travel, is the shorter way of saying it, or it is just a distance time graph, but we call it a travel graph. There. So as you can see, there's a lot going on. It's broken up into sections, and I'm going to cover what each of these sections represent. So, the features of a travel graph. The gradient of the line shows the speed of the object. So, the steeper the graph, the greater the speed. So, if I had a line or a part of the graph that was that steep, all right, that is a lot faster than if I had a part of the line like that. So, the steeper the line, the greater the speed. Now, if the gradient is positive, now remember that means going from bottom left to top right, it's going in an upwards direction. The object's moving away. So if I did all of these here, that's moving in an upwards. That's moving in an upwards. So each of these here are suggesting that the person or the object is moving away from the starting position. Now, the opposite's also true. If I'm starting in the top left and going down to the bottom right, so I'm going in a downwards direction, the object's moving towards the starting point. So if the gradient is negative, we're moving towards the starting position. Now, if the gradient is flat, it's just a straight line like that, the object's not moving. The person or the thing is not moving. It's static. It's staying right there. So, here we have another graph, and it's showing a cyclist journey on a training ride, and we need to describe what's happening at each of the sections. Alright, so if I go over here, and I'm going to look at AB first. So, AB. So, all I can tell is that I'm going in an upwards direction, so I'm moving away. So, I'm going away. And I need to find my speed. Alright, it wants me to find the speed. Now, remember, speed equals distance over time. Let me redo that, time. So, distance traveled would be this length here. So that's 20 kilometers. And my time traveled is 1 hour down the bottom there. So 20 over 1. So 20 kilometers per hour. Now, if I look at what's going on between B and C now, this section, we're a flat line. So B to C is flat, which means we're not moving. And if we're not moving, the speed is going to be 0 kilometers per hour. The next one we'll look at is this section here. Now again, we're going in an upwards direction. So C, D, we're moving away. We've started our journey again. And my speed is going to be speed equals. Now from here, if you have a look, we're going from 20 here up to 30. So we haven't actually traveled 30, we've only traveled 10 kilometers. And down here, we've moved between 2 and 3, so over 1 hour. So we've moved 10 over 1, which is 10 kilometers per hour. The next section is at this point up here, at D to E. And again, D to E is flat, so we're not moving. And it's 0 kilometers per hour. And the last one we'll look at is this section down here, E to F, and the first time we're going in a downwards direction, so we're going home at this point. If it's a cyclist, we're going home, and we're going between here and here, so that is 1 hour between there, and we've traveled 30 kilometers, so 30 over 1 is 30, so 30 kilometers per hour. So if I rub out all this stuff here, to have a look at the graph again, some other things we can point out is this section here that we just covered, that E to F, is a lot steeper than any other section where we're moving. And it makes sense because when we calculated the speed, it was the highest. Right, so this was a 30 kilometers per hour, and it is also the steepest. Up here was 10 kilometers per hour. And then down here it was 20. Now, knowing that each of those speeds, you can see that the steepness does actually represent the speed. The steeper the line, so E to F is the steepest, so it has the highest speed. Next comes our A to B, and then finally our C to D, and the speed goes down as we're going across, and the steepness changes.